Black Sabbath concert drama, even more Bruce Dickinson, and Judas Priest have officially gone insane. Metal is life and well, so let's see what keeps it going today. Here you go. The Helloween controversy. Eventful for all of the Helloween fans, as first of all the band has finally revealed the artwork for their upcoming studio album Giants and Monsters, with Kai Hansen captioned in the post, "Now start the controversy." Which, in all honesty, I have no idea what is so controversial about it. As first of all, I think it's pretty awesome. It's not AI generated and was actually drawn by Aileron Cantor, and overall it's quite different from pretty much anything we see on metal albums these days. Although some fans online actually quite rightfully are asking the question of why the flip the giant has two left hands on it. As in all honesty, I actually do like this artwork, just as I like the first single of the new album, which the band has also dropped this week. This is Tokyo, which will be released under number 6 on the upcoming Giants and Monsters album, is pretty much exactly what Helloween fans love this band for, and showcases that classic heavy and power metal sound with the Japanese flavor to it. And I know it might be pretty stupid to judge an upcoming record by just one single off of it, as it can be absolutely not representative of the record overall, but nevertheless, it does actually look like this upcoming album will deliver the Helloween fans exactly what they want from the band's newest studio output. Here guys, just super quick, want to point out that only a fraction of the people who watch my videos are actually subscribed to this channel. So if you're not one of those, and especially if this is not the first video you're watching here, I would really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing right now. Let's continue building this amazing heavy metal community together. The Black Sabbath drama. Well, it wouldn't be a proper Black Sabbath finale without a little drama, would it? So, in a recent conversation with Rolling Stone UK, Sharon Osbourne revealed that she personally dropped one of the band's originally planned for Black Sabbath's final concert, and all because of a heated argument and a scandal she had with that band's manager, who apparently is going around and bad-mouthing her all around the industry. The craziest thing is that Sharon didn't actually say which band is it, and for some weird reason many fans immediately believed that it was Tool, but according to Loudwire it is not that band, and they were able to confirm it with Tool themselves. And as of right now, we still don't know which of the many bands announced for Black Sabbath's and Ozzy Osbourne's final ever concert on July 5th will not hit the stage. And this news, of course, comes just days after Sharon Osbourne actually shared a huge disappointment she had that two of the biggest friends of Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath will not be able to share the stage together with the legendary artists on July 5th. Those being Brian Johnson of AC/DC and, of course, the legendary Judas Priest, who are the lifelong friends of Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne, and who, of course, co-forged the early sound of heavy metal together with Black Sabbath in the late 60s, early 70s. And all because AC/DC and Judas Priest both committed to other concerts that same night. And the craziest thing is that Sharon and Rob Halford actually considered flying Rob on a private jet for a 15-minute performance in Birmingham, and then going back to Hanover for his performance with Judas Priest together with Scorpion celebrating their 60th anniversary. But that, of course, would be a bit too risky. And so the only person who will be representing the lifelong friendship of Judas Priest and Black Sabbath on July 5th in Birmingham will be the legendary KK Downing, who, although of course has not been a part of Judas Priest for more than 10 years now, will still of course represent the band's spirit. But at the same time, there are some good news about the upcoming Black Sabbath concert, as it looks like all her requests have finally been answered, and the final Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne show will be streamed worldwide. And although of course watching a metal show on your laptop does not compare to real life concert experience, given the fact that this is possibly one of the most important concerts, and not only in the world of metal but in the world of music in 2025, I don't know about you, but I simply cannot allow myself to miss it, even if I only will be able to headbang to it in front of my TV. And here, a huge shout out and thank you to all my patrons and all the YouTube channel members, as it is thanks to you and thanks to everyone who purchases Metal Pilgrim merch to rock out at Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, Black Sabbath or whatever it is concerts that this channel even exists. And by the way, right now there are 2 videos which I've already released specifically for all of the channel members and all of the patrons before everybody else. Those being the interview with Sodom's Angel Ripper and a very special ranking of all of the Judas Priest album artworks, for which you most likely will hate me. But nevertheless, if you would like to check them out before everybody else, just know that all the links to do so will be in the description to this video. And once again, thank you, each and every one of you. Inquisition returns. The mighty Burning Witches are back and they are preparing a new dark ritual, as the band's 6th studio album titled Inquisition is set to drop this August 22nd via Napalm Records. Celebrating their 10th anniversary in true metal fashion, the band promises a record drenched in power, speed, and pure old-school darkness, inspired by the themes of medieval persecution and resistance. So basically all the themes which are so familiar to all of the fans of classic heavy metal. According to the band, Inquisition will deliver 12 blistering tracks written by the band's guitarist and founder Romana Kalkul, and the title track, which just dropped together with this announcement, just once again proves that this record will deliver the Burning Witches fans exactly what they love this band for: thunderous bass, twin guitar wizardry, and Laura Goldman's piercing and haunting vocals. Romana says that this album is for the fans of the legends like Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, and Slayer. And you know what? I cannot really disagree with her, as at least to me, Burning Witches is one of the only newer bands out there who keeps the fire of the classic heavy metal sound burning with pride. So yes, do expect more videos about the girls on the channel in the coming months. And now the time has come for us to talk about 5 latest metal releases from this week, which, although did not get their own segments in this video, are definitely worthy of your attention. Rammstein's frontman Till Lindemann returns with his new solo single Und die Engel singen, marking the start of a festival season this summer. Released via Out of Line Music, the track comes with a visually striking video inspired by David Lynch's aesthetics and in honor of the legendary David Lynch. And many Reddit listeners praised the production quality, touting it as a compelling evolution following Lindemann's Meine Welt album. And you know what? I actually have got to agree with them. German power metal stalwarts Primal have unveiled The Hunter, the 2nd single from their upcoming album Domination, out September 5th via Rain in Phoenix Music. Accompanied by a video helmed by Patrick Ulaios, the song continues the sci-fi inspired storyline introduced in Far Away and marks the full debut of the band's revamped lineup, and once again proves that Domination is in fact one of the most anticipated metal albums of 2025. Progressive metal innovators Between the Bird and Me dropped their new single Things We Tell Ourselves in the Dark from their upcoming album The Blue Nowhere, due September 12th via Inside Out Music. The official video, directed by Miles Scotton, features a surreal CGI-built hotel setting, complete with marigold petals cascading through the holes, reflecting of the album's visual theme. Overall, this track hints at their most textured record yet, with expanded orchestration and genre fusion, so basically exactly what the fans of Between the Bird and Me love this band for. Swedish modern death metal outfit Orbit Culture released the title track from their forthcoming album Death Above Life, arriving October 3rd on Century Media. Guitarist-vocalist Niklas Karlsson describes the record as a bold new direction, the sound of metal in the most modern sense. And yes, it indeed looks like on this upcoming album, Orbit Culture are going to push the boundaries of their own sound even more than they did so before. Canadian death metal icons Cryptopsy offered up Dead Eyes Replete, a brutal new single from their forthcoming album An Insatiable Violence, set for June 20th via Seasons of Mist. And the band's frontman reveals the song critiques YouTube kid influencers and how their exploitation robs them of childhood innocence. The lyric video spotlights their sharp blend of social critique and technical extremity, a dark and potent addition to their catalog. By the way guys, our Metal 365 playlist actually has gotten a huge update, and from now on it will consist not only of 50 songs like before, but up to 100 best metal songs from the past year. So definitely check out this new update, or if you still haven't added it to your Spotify or YouTube music library, do it right after watching this video. All the links to do so will be of course in the description to this video. More Bruce Dickinson. Legendary Iron Maiden vocalist Bruce Dickinson just gave one of his solo albums a full-on makeover. And in all honesty, it rips! The newly announced More Balls to Picasso, which for the record I think is simply a genius title for this album, but it's not going to be a typical remaster or even a remix. It is a total reimagining of his 1994 record Balls to Picasso, and if the first track, More Gods of War, is anything to go by, it actually feels like an alternative version of that album. More bold, more modern, yet with such a familiar soul to all of the Bruce Dickinson fans. What makes this release extra fun is that Bruce didn't just hit refresh button on it. Together with the crew, they totally reimagined guitars from Philip Nasland, orchestral elements including Amazonian instruments from Antonio Tioli, and even added new horn sections courtesy of Berklee College of Music. And in all honesty, when I first heard More Gods of War, I simply could not believe that this is the same song I've known for the past 30 years, and I've heard simply gazillion times before that. Commenting on the release, Bruce himself said, "Putting more balls into balls was a labor of love." Whatever that actually means. But nevertheless, I actually believe that this kind of reimagining of old classics is simply incredible, as it honestly feels like a brand new album by Bruce Dickinson, and I'm all for it. And the only question I have at this point is whether Roy Z, who originally worked together with Bruce Dickinson on Balls to Picasso, has taken a part in this reimagination of this record. Although, of course, given the recent news, I highly doubt he actually has. But nevertheless, I am actually rather excited about this re-release. And let's be honest here, naming this album More Balls to Picasso was simply a brilliant idea. The Triumphant Triumph. For the first time in 17 years, Canadian rock legends Triumph returned to a public stage. And what better occasion than the Stanley Cup Finals? On June 6th, the iconic power trio kicked off the Rogers Festival at the Final, with a free outdoor concert featuring headliners The Glorious Sons. Yet the most important thing in this news is that it was Triumph's first public appearance since all the way back in 2008, and only the third one since 1993. And although I never was a fan of Triumph, I can't even imagine what those who follow this band for decades must have felt that night. Judas Priest have gone insane. This week, Judas Priest played the first concert of their new Shield of Pain tour, on which they of course continue promoting their latest studio output, Invincible Shield, but also celebrate the 35th anniversary of their legendary album, Pain Painkiller. And here's the thing, everyone knows how much I love Judas Priest, but in all honesty, even I simply could not believe that they could pull off something like this at the 56th year of their existence. Contrary to pretty much all of the modest speculations and setlist predictions, with the Shield of Pain tour, Judas Priest are bringing out on the road simply a mind-blowing setlist, playing their legendary Painkiller in pretty much its entirety without just 2 songs off of it, and represented their 1990 record with 7 tracks off of it. Those being A Touch of Evil, All Guns Blazing, Between the Hammer and the Anvil, Hell Patrol, Nightcrawler, One Shot at Glory, and of course the legendary title track itself. And in addition to that, Judas Priest also play 3 songs from Invincible Shield. All 3 which most of the Judas Priest fans actually did not hear back in 2024. Those being Gates of Hell, which the band has performed only 4 times last year, and also the emotional and touchy Giants in the Sky, which the band of course dedicated to all of their metal friends who are sadly no longer with us. But even that is not it, as amidst the insanely demanding setlist comprised of the fast tracks from Painkiller and Invincible Shield, Judas Priest also were somehow able to squeeze in Free Will Burning into the setlist, as well as Firepower, Judas Rising, and even a deep cut from their point of entry album, Solar Angels. And yeah guys, there is of course a special video on this channel dedicated to the start of the Shield of Pain tour, which dives deeper into its production, the overall form of the boys, and so on and so forth. So I'm not gonna go into the details of it in this Metal Digest. But for now, I just wanted to point out one funny thing, is that after this setlist became public, I actually started receiving gazillion messages from subscribers on Instagram saying that after they saw the setlist, they actually went out and bought a ticket to see Judas Priest. This is how insane it is. And some of them weren't even Judas Priest fans before that. So yeah guys, Judas Priest are back on the road, and they are back with all guns blazing. And in all honesty, I simply cannot really think of any other band on this planet who can pull off something like this 55 years after their formation.
Judas Priest rising!
But anyways, what new music did you listen to this week? Please let us know in the comments. As always, thank you so much for watching this video guys, and thank you so much for supporting me, this show, and Ukraine through this very difficult for us time. Please don't forget to like this video, comment under it, spread the word about the channel, and of course join our communities on Instagram, Facebook, X, Threads, Discord, what else is out there? Pretty much anywhere you can post content. So thank you guys, and we will prevail. Slava Ukraini!